What's something you find attractive that is generally considered unattractive?
Nerdy behavior. Over-talking about something that they love. The way their eyes light up and the excitement in their voice. Edit. Mainly the more information needed dumping. Sorry. My SO and I call that him nerding out because it's usually about topics most people find boring or they don't care to listen to because they're nerdy or techie. I want to know all sides of my partner, and if they feel comfortable sharing their nerdy side or their dark side that they don't show anyone else, I'm all for it.
A lot of girls like guys who are smooth, but I prefer guys who are at least a little nervous to talk to me. It shows that it's genuine, and he's probably not a seasoned player. Edit. Just to clarify, I'm talking about the initial talking stages. Obviously, his comfort will grow in a long-term relationship.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear this because I have absolutely no game. A smooth talker translates to a player to me. Give me a shy, awkward, chubby man. A smooth talker has too much experience talking to women. Nope, for me.
I thought you meant smooth as in zero body hair, and I was about to be like, oh no, honey, that is the opposite of what most women want. Trust me. I've been told enough times that they want a man with at least some hair. Lol. Edit. O word. I just like interesting faces. They don't have to be traditionally attractive and might even look a little weird or alien. But that's okay with me. I just like having an interesting face to enjoy. Honestly, a lot of attractive people are kind of funny looking, especially certain actors and models. I think it's sad just how much some celebrities are starting to look like each other because of how much work they get done. This whole thread is so endearing and affirming. Just goes to show that whatever thing you think is your flaw, someone out there is crazy about it. Just be you. Less than 3. Not sure how to describe it, but the background man. He's not pressed to speak up or talk over others, is content to mostly listen, and is just kind of moving in silence through the situation. If I catch him loving on the house pet from the sidelines or subtly checking in on his people's needs, I'm done for. Something about that kind of abiding calm is just chef's kiss. This is 100% me, and sometimes I hate it. Good to know there are people out there who like that. You just described my man to a T. Love it. Yes, this so much. That quiet, subtle functionality, not needing to be the showboat or put on an act to entertain everyone or be the center of attention.
There's no polite way to say saggy tits, really, is there?
I always say it's a natural drop. Like, put it on my head, please. I want to be warmed by and potentially suffocated by your beautiful and mature breasts. People are into that? I was considering a breast lift.
I would maybe say non-perky or low-hanging.
I have always had a thing for unconventional voices, like slightly raspy or monotone, or even a little quirky. It sticks in my head way longer than a perfectly smooth voice, and it kind of makes conversations feel more intimate in this strange, comforting way. Jennifer Tilly for me. Instant diamonds. For a proposal, of course. You know when girls wear those form-fitting dresses and they have that tummy pouch? Yeah, that's my kryptonite. Resting bitch face. Love a woman who looks pissed off. Let me make you happy. I get so much grief because my resting bitch face is the worst, and people think I'm mean. In reality, if you just talk to me, I'll probably smile right away. I love a guy who is just really into science. I want a super nerd who can talk my ear off about concepts I don't understand. Bonus points if he's specifically into astronomy or astrophysics. Tell me all about what it takes to get to Mars. Teach me about the gas composition of Jupiter. I want to know. Hit me with the nerdiest space knowledge you've got. I find big or strong noses on men to be really attractive and really masculine. One of my friends loved noses. I remember watching a movie with her that had Adrian Brody in it, and she was losing her mind the whole time. Haha. I've always thought a really hearty, slightly awkward laugh is super attractive.
Most people might call it annoying or too loud, but to me, it feels genuine and full of personality. And that kind of authenticity is way more appealing than perfect polish.
So, moral of the story, I will never, ever worry about my big nose, small tits, crooked teeth, body hair, or cellulite ever again.
I was thinking the same thing. Big nose, tooth gap, early graying, little tummy pouch, aging naturally. I guess I'm hot as F. Gotta save this thread for days when I'm feeling bad. Lol.
Social awkwardness. I see you, weird dude. I know there's all kinds of cool stuff in there you want to share, but just aren't good at sharing.
I feel a little called out. I have been hyper-focused on growing mushrooms again, and I have been talking my brother and my sister-in-law's ears off for like 2 weeks about all the stages and specific steps in each stage, why we do it this way, and what I plan to get out of it. They look at me like I'm speaking a different language, but they blindly support me, LOL. My ex, that I just left, would hit me with, "I'm not in the mood for a lecture." Like, bro, how heartbreaking. I just wanted to more information needed dump, and now I just want to shut down.
Same. I never went for the confident types because it was often arrogance in disguise. The first time I ever spoke to my now husband, he was super awkward and it melted my heart. From what I've seen, the people who are always saying that women don't like awkward guys are usually men.
In that case, I am the most attractive person in the world. People who spend the majority of their time alone or prefer to do so if they could. If you enjoy your own company enough to choose to be alone all weekend, I am beyond interested and attracted to that. Preferring solitude doesn't necessarily mean you're socially inept or antisocial. I am dating a guy the first call my indoor cat. He'll opt to not go to almost anything if he could. I go out to party with friends. He stays home and does his own thing. It works for us. Then I come home and spend the rest of the weekend in with him quietly. Best of both worlds.
Wow, this makes me feel like I could possibly find a partner. I've always considered my introversion a block to love because I love my peace so much. I want someone who loves peace like I do. Haha.
Sweat and natural scent. My husband gets home from work and he's wrecked and I just want to smother him in kisses. Haha.
Janky teeth. Not like super messed up, but like laterals that turn inward, high eye teeth, a gap? Yes, please. I worked for my mother, who was a dentist for a while. I can't stand perfect bleached teeth. Just looks unnatural.
Crow's feet? Talking to one of my female friends, we are both in our 30s, and when she smiled, her eyes scrunched up and wrinkles showed on the sides. It did something to me.
Yes, 100 times this. I am so attracted to a distinguished man whose crow's feet are revealed when he smiles. It's so hot.
Yes, on men or women. I just call them smile lines because I like the positive connotation more. They make me happy to see that someone has been happy enough and smiled enough to have that etched onto their face.
My boyfriend and I were just talking about if we would ever get Botox in our foreheads, and he said something about his crow's feet, and I said, "You will absolutely not touch those beautiful babies ever."
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps. Subscribe for more and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one.